Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Locum23. You're joining me for Choice of the Stories You Play, Rules of Engagement, Book 2, Chapter 15, Under the Surface. I'm playing as Alex, surrounded by romantic fireworks of your weekly Friday night date. You and Elena dine together, secluded in your own tense orbit. You better not be thinking about accepting Jefferson's offer. It's not completely off the table. Alex! Defending someone like him goes against every value you've built your career on. And what's the alternative? Letting the firm fold? You can always rebuild, but you'll never forgive yourself if you accept a deal to defend an oil company from an oil spill. I've dedicated so much to this firm, its clients, its employees, and its values. It would be morally wrong to ignore a way to save it. It's not the only way, just the easiest. You feel your hand clench around your fork. You want me to gamble everything on the off chance we find a better way? No! I want you to do what's right! How can you even consider this? Elena. I'm protecting my employees? This will benefit you too. It's only one case. I mean, he has a good reason for it, but at the same time, you're morally folding yourself, dude. Let's try those. What kind of boss would I be if I couldn't take care of my employees? If only more bosses were like that. No one signs up to help the defenseless because they want to reel in the cash. We wanted to work for you because we believe in your mission. I would rather sink with our values intact than throw it all away to keep the lights on. I can't let my employees lose their jobs over some uncompromising belief in righteousness. Alex, listen to yourself. There's that fiery passion to stand up for the vulnerable. A few million in debt? A waitress walks up to your table with 2 glasses of water and a small appetizer plate. Fantastic evening, you two. Here's your water and complimentary appetizer. Tonight, our specials are Love Boat Sushi, Bachelor Burger, and Single Lady Soup. Everything sounds so good. It's gonna be hard to narrow it down to one entree. I recommend ordering family style if you're like to share. Well, share our order, order separate dishes. I want to share our order. Oh. We want to order separately. Together, like the loving couple we are. Loving couples sometimes eat separately. But maybe I'm not in the mood for Love Boat Sushi, dear. You could have said so, dear. I did. I'll just bring out a little of everything. Fine. Fine. Waitress scurries away. Elena spears a morsel from the appetizer plate. Her knife grates along the plate as she cuts through it. What was that about? To prove that you don't always get to make the unilateral decisions. I'm the owner of the firm, so I can kinda do that. At least talk to everyone else in the firm first. They deserve to know. Hey, you're about to lose your job. How do you feel about it? We'll go over real well, I'm sure. As you're talking, Dinesh walks over to your table. Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry for intruding, but I need to make my legal obligated check-in. We are still in love over here? We're having a lovely evening. Oh, sure, fantastic time. We're having a lovely evening. Couldn't be better. Exactly. No disturbances? Nope.
No white lies?
Of course not.
No occasional spats, lover quarrels?
Everybody goes through those, dude. There was that one time.
That was an awkward night.
All couples fight sometimes. I'd like to say you two are doing wonderfully. I see you together so often, I'm starting to feel like a third wheel. No shit, so go vamoose, dude. It's been no trouble at all. Thanks for checking in.
I'll leave you to it. Have a nice night.
Dinesh walks away.
See? We're impressing Dinesh. You'll get that inheritance money, and everything will be solved.
One wrong move, and we lose it all. Elena shakes her head in frustration, then takes a deep breath and relaxes.
Alex, do you remember how your firm began? When we first decided to work together?
You're making this a diamond option, Pixelberry? Come on. Elena, of course I remember that day, but it's irrelevant now.
You're willing to throw your job away.
Choose not to remember how the firm began. It was different then.
It was why I followed you, Alex. You weren't afraid of doing the right thing.
You're inflexible. You'd fall on your sword if it meant saving a squirrel.
We are our actions, Alex. I'm not letting you justify your bad decisions in the name of some greater good.
I have a responsibility to fulfill. I'm the one who failed the company. So I'm the one who should pay the price. Not the clients, not the employees, not you.
Who's the one falling on their sword now?
Stop pretending you're some righteous observer. This affects you too. Elena throws the contents of her glass at you. Oh. I should dodge? Let it hit me. Dodge? You duck out of the way just in time, the water arcing over your head, splashing harmlessly into a plant behind you. I can't believe you did that!
If you're so willing to sell out, then you're not the man I thought you were.
She storms off through a crowd of onlookers who all stare at you. The waitress awkwardly shuffles up to your table with your food.
Wow, I can't believe she did that. I'll tell everyone on the staff, and we'll give her a bad service for the next week.
You don't need to tell anyone about this. That's not really necessary. No, Thirsty thought my shirt caught fire was celebrating her anniversary. Thought my shirt caught fire. My girlfriend went to find a doctor after putting it out. She's the best.
Oh, yeah, totally. Gotta watch out for that, spontaneous combustion.
Yep. I'm glad she was looking out for me.
Would you like a to-go box?
Yes, please. Things are not faring so well on Alex's side of the ship. Let us go somewhere else.
Now Bling is Katie. While sitting at the bar with Dean, you discovered a text from douchebag Trent on his cell phone. Well, out with it.
Katie, Bartender, a round of pina coladas over here, please. Give me a Manhattan fast, please. Straight up, I'm feeling thirsty. Sorry, Katie. One moment. He taps his coworker on the back. I need you to cover for me for a few minutes while I take care of something. The coworker nods and heads over to handle the group of customers. Dean turns back to you. Let's talk somewhere a little more private. Dean leads you to a secluded spot on the ship. He walks all the way up the handrail and gazes over the ocean. Taking a deep breath, he faces you. I've secretly befriended Trent and Violet to try and help you.
Why would you befriend them?
When I heard about your marriage, I wanted to help, but I don't have lawyers or royalty behind me. I'm a bartender. I listen to people. I figured I could leverage that to collect some information that could help you.
and Jess mentioned that she had heard something strange about you and Violet. Something about you and her having a understanding of sorts. I let her have the impression that it would be some kind of double agent when it came to you. She was surprisingly easy to get to open up. Got the feeling she doesn't have too many people to confide in. But what about douchebag Trent? You punched him. How did you get on his good side? I had to pretend that my feelings faded when I found out that you were getting attention from other guys. It was risky and foolish, but I had to do something, anything I could. Dean, I believe you. That's an excuse. I've known certain people that have made this excuse, some would call it, and decision, others would call it. So I'm gonna go ahead and believe him. You may have gone behind my back, but I know you were only looking out for me. Even though I'll still keep an eye on you. I'm sorry to break your trust like that. I just wanted to help you, and I got carried away. I can't be mad at you for that, but next time you should talk to me instead of assuming what I want. I hear you. Thank you, Katie. You lean against the railing in silence. Dean turns back towards the ocean. The waves can be heard breaking against the ship. So, did you discover anything? Mostly drunken rabblings. As in nothing? Not quite. I've seen Violet and Mallory interact with each other, and they're not as tight as a team as you'd think. Violet doesn't trust her mother. That could be a wedge to exploit if you could be nicer to her. Be nice to Violet? Maybe. Never. I'm gonna go with maybe. She's been ruthless, but I can kind of understand why if she's had to put up with Aunt Mallory all the time. I know it's a lot to ask, but I'm glad you can see things from her side. Dean shifts his weight onto the railing and leans closer to you. But now that everything's out in the open, there's something I've been wanting to show you for some time. Oh? What is it? It may involve a boat. We are on a boat. Cue the song. How about a chance to swim under the stars? The rest you'll have to find out on your own. Not a bad offer. I have a few things to set up. Meet me at the dock in an hour. The sun begins to set as you walk into the ship's boutique. What would a water goddess wear? Sweet Lord, have mercy. Not bad. Do we have it? I was gonna say, do we have it in black, but let's just take it in for a moment. Ah, yes, beautiful. But I digress. Little black dress will have to settle in this version. This doesn't look very water-friendly. I guess I can take it off if we go swimming. Yes, that is the idea. Time to go. You disembark to find Dean waiting for you beside a small boat. Ready for an adventure? You know it. Dean helps you into the boat and pushes off from port. Later that evening, your boat bumps up onto a secluded beach. We're here. Just give me 2 seconds to set up. Dean heads towards the beach with a picnic basket, while you take in the warm summer night. Alright, Katie, I'm ready for you. You look over to see that Dean set up a crackling bonfire, tendrils of flames twisting up into the air as if to reach the stars. I can't wait to see what's in the picnic basket. Hey, Yogi Bear! You'll make your way over to the bonfire. Alright, I'm here. Tell me the surprise already. I've been trained to withstand torture, but I've never gotten so close to cracking. Must be those doe eyes? I was like, for a minute, I'm like, what? Them doe eye, what? Enough stalling, open it up. Okay, you get one guess before I open it. It's your favorite food. It is spaghetti and meatballs. Fresh cappiano with Mariani focaccia. Baby spinach salad with lemon and sugar crepes. Spaghetti and meatballs. See, something tells me, I mean, we're talking about Dean. He's not very much of a chef. So, let's go with spaghetti and meatballs. Congratulations, you win a free dinner. Something tells me it would have been. Dean pulls several containers out of the basket, then opens each one with an exaggerated flair. It looks delicious. Did you make it all of this yourself? Well, it was a team effort. I asked Jess what your favorite food is, and the kitchen staff helped me put it together. Something told me it wasn't going to matter. You place a swirling of freshly made bucati pasta in your mouth, and let the light red tomato sauce coat your tongue before trying a piece of savory meatball. You know, I've never had spaghetti taste sound so good. After you've thoroughly enjoyed your portion, you find yourself eyeing the remaining food, debating whether to take a second helping. I may have to let you plan dinner for me more often. Don't fill up too much on that, or you won't have room for the dessert I brought. Dean pulls a bag of marshmallows, a box of graham crackers, and a bar of chocolate out of the basket. S'mores! No bonfire is complete without them. Yes! Exactly. Here you go. Hands you a pointed stick and a marshmallow. But as you try to slip the marshmallow on the stick, you poke yourself. Ow! Need any help with that? Oh. I could use some help. Maybe you should kiss it. No, I got it. Maybe you should kiss it. I've heard a kiss can make it better. Dean takes your hand and slowly brings your finger to his lips. Does this help? It feels better already. While I was in the SEALs, we used to get these care packages filled with chocolate and candies. One time my buddy said he had a real hankering for s'mores. But we didn't have marshmallows or graham crackers, so I put a piece of chocolate between two saltines with maple syrup. Oh my god, I'm seriously gonna have to try this! Did he eat it? He loved it. Soon, I was making some for everyone. Maybe you can make one for me sometime. Yeah, that actually sounds really amazing. I need to try it myself. As nice as saltine s'mores were, those are a little more tasty. Or these are, excuse me. He helps you take your toasted marshmallow from the fire and assemble your s'more. You take a bite. Like it? My favorite dinner and dessert? How could I not? I'm not done yet. There's one more thing I've planned. Another surprise? This is too much. For you, there's no such thing as too much. Dean pulls a shirt over his head and drops it in the sand. He steps over to the rowboat and begins pushing it back into the water, the light of the flames rippling over his powerful back. Once it's floating a couple feet out, he gestures for you to join him. He holds out his hand, and you take it as you climb into the boat. At his touch, you feel his heat against your palm. Out here is one of the best places to see the stars. You lean back to admire the sky for a moment. Feel free to take a screenshot if you'd like. That is actually really beautiful. Pixelberry knows how to play with my heart. As you lower your gaze, you find yourself noticing how taut the large muscles in his arms get each time he rows the oars. What's your favorite thing about the stars? The stars? My horoscope said a handsome man would sweep me off my feet tonight. I love finding constellations. I know almost every one. They're pretty, but I can't even find the Big Dipper. I love finding constellations. Me too. Perseus has always been my favorite. Does him being a Greek hero who battles evil have anything to do with that? It might have been the reason 8-year-old me was fascinated by him. You certainly know your astronomy. When I was a kid, my dad told me everyone is connected by the stars. While he was deployed, I would look up at the sky and know I was seeing the same constellations as him. Sometimes I'd even talk to the stars, and for a second, it felt like he was right there next to me. It made me feel close to him, even when he was half a world away. That's beautiful, Dean. You and Dean look up, marveling at the vastness of the universe above you. Feel free to take a screenshot of that angle too, because wow. That is beautiful. That really is. Katie, do you ever think about the future? Yes, but I want to live spontaneously. I have everything planned out, but I don't know what I want. I like to do things spontaneous for fun and, you know, things like that, but I also don't know what I want. I used to have everything planned out, or so I thought, and then life gave me complete 180. And then spin me around until I was dizzy. I don't know what I want. I thought I was going in one direction, but after Trent and my Nana's will, everything seems so uncertain. I don't know what the future holds, but I know I want to spend mine with you. Love this tattoo. Dean reaches forward and takes your hand in his. Whatever you want, wherever you want to be, all I want is to be there beside you, holding your hand. Letting go of your hands, he reaches into the bag at his feet and pulls out a ring. You reach out and touch the ring, lightly tracing the gold braid along the band with your fingers. I want to build a life with you, Katie. One we can call our own. You're strong, adventurous, playful, and unbelievably kind. You're my best friend and the partner I never knew I was missing. I know you've been through a lot this summer, and I'm here for you. In whatever way you need, your happiness will always come first. If you'll have me, I'll spend every day for the rest of my life showing you how much you mean to me. The bartender proposed to you, no shit. Dean. You trail off, your words escaping you. I don't need an answer now. I know this is a big decision, and you deserve some time to think about it. But, and I mean what I said, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. I've never felt like this about anyone before. Dean, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me too. I'm just so overwhelmed right now. Let's just focus on the night and forget about the future for now. Oh, I mean, eventually I feel like there's gonna be where we have to literally pick to go to one of the three. I'm gonna go ahead and say focus on tonight. I've been so focused on the future this summer, I've barely had time to live in the moment. Hopefully, my mind will be clear by the gala. As Dean slips the ring back into his bag, you release the breath you didn't realize you were holding. The gala is all anyone at work's been able to talk about. Are you excited to go? Yes, the gala sounds amazing. Jess hinted how beautiful the venue is going to be. I'll try to save at least one dance for you. I can't wait to spend more time with you. She did a great job at the captain's ball. I'm sure this will be just as spectacular. There's just one thing I want to show you, but you'll have to get a little wet. Oh my. It's something you can only find underwater in a few places in the world. Another surprise? It'll be worth it, I promise. What do you say? Mother of God, Pixelberry! I think we should check out the underwater surprise. Call it a night and go back to the ship. I guess it's a little late for a swim. Mysterious nighttime swim. Besides, I don't want my siblings sending the Coast Guard out for me. I'd hate to get in trouble with them when it comes to protecting you. They'd be happy to hear you say that. Dean takes hold of the oars again and begins to rowing you back to the ship. A comfortable silence settles between the two of you as you lean back, gazing up at the blanket of stars above. As the night of the gala approaches, will Katie say yes to Dean's proposal? And will Alex and Elena be able to save the law firm? Keep playing to find out. Oh, the stars. Pixelberry does beautiful artwork. So that's a nice new screen that I'm sure will be used in the future as well, but that's a nice new screen that I love. I love it. I love when they do things like that. I will leave my speculations and everything for our weekly recap that will probably happen on Friday, because Pixelberry kind of threw us for a loop this week, didn't they? They said all new books will be on Fridays, and yet they put Freshman, which I'm fine with, pleasantly surprised, pleasantly pleased with. They put Freshman Book 4, in case you didn't know. That is out today, so I'm looking forward to doing that. However, I'm getting the ones requiring keys out of the way. So, you wish you could find someone like that. You wish it. I like Dean. I really like him, and he's like me, a more simpler man. He's not like Leo with, the royalty. And then you've got William with the bunch of money. I'm a simpler man, That's one of the reasons why I was like spaghetti and meatballs and s'mores. That was a nice twist. Without further ado, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like and share. And in the description down below, you'll find my social media accounts. You can always follow one of those to know when any and all videos go live, because YouTube will not always share that with you. And if you want to support my channel at all, feel free to click one of those two links down in the description as well. And until next video, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.